We are continuing with Plenary 4 entitled Increasing Employee Capabilities Through Competency Certification Implementation in Human Capital Transformation. Before the presentation begins, I would like to introduce the speaker. Bapak Budi Aprianda, a practitioner in the field of partnership and human capital who has more than 14 years of experience, currently working at Corporate University of State-Owned Enterprises that manage the electricity sector. His competency possessed also include commerce, customer management, operation performance improvement, procurement, engineering, HSSE, learning development, and many more. Without further ado, I would like to invite Bapak Budi Aprianda, Senior Officer Personnel Certification PLN Corporate University. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Are you clear my voice clearly?
Yes, we clear. Very clear.
Okay, I would like to share our presentation. Okay, this is our presentation, and very thank you to all of you who come to our sessions. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, all of the distinguished guests. Actually, in this session, I would like to be my partner. His name is Dwi Yuanita, and we would like very honored to be invited for this great event for the 7th International Conference of Learning and Development, ICLED 2023. And we are both from a certification unit of PLN Corporate University, the operational unit in PLN who manage the learning, certification, and assessment. In this occasion, we would like to share with you for the some insight and also the stories in how PLN
Sorry,
Corporate
Bapak.
Yeah?
Bapak, can you please share slideshow?
Slideshow.
Okay. Thank you, Bapak.
Okay. Yeah, we'll continue for the presentation. When we talk about the competency, we will describe in how about the recognition for an individual skills to complete the job, and it can be distinguished with the one individual from another. And this competency is also affect the characteristic of the employees in how informed they complete the activity in work. It also a priority for the company to develop the employee to be expected to achieve the company performance. I think every company is very happy when they have competence for their employees. And I took a quote from Stephen Covey that he said, the trust is a function of two things. The first one is characters, and the second one is the competence. So the characters of the people that it includes for your integrity, your motive, and your intent with the people. But the competence, it includes your capabilities, your skills, and your track record, and both are vital. And in this background or introduction, we would like to divide it into two parts. The first one is from the companies, what the companies want for their employees. And the second one is from their employees, what their employee needs that must be provided by the companies. So when we see in the company perspective, there is some competition in business. One company into the other company is trying to make uh, how they identify the skills that they need to be able to run its business process. And every company is totally different according to this business process. And the other one, the company is also to increase the employee capabilities so that it has a skills employee in the company business. And to make the target to be achieved, the company set to the strategic programs in order how to their extend their vision and the mission to the companies and to be able to run the business better and better. And the strategic programs, it also covers all aspects of the company business. not only for their mainly business process, but also the supporting business process, such human capital management. And the role of human capital management is related to the preparation of the employees that can meet their capabilities and their capacities that required by the companies. And the function of human capital strategic role has become more very important in addressing for their competitive challenge by the companies. Human capital management also help companies to improve the efficiency. They also improve the productivity of employees. And in this tighter era, actually in the digital era, the companies have also to acknowledge the importance of human capital strategic roles, or we can say the human capital can be human capital business process, not only for supporting the business process, but also it can fully support the management to uh, take the target to prepare the employees between the capacity and also the capabilities. And to be able to have the capacity and the capabilities of employee, the company also conduct the identification of the competency process. As we know, the competency can be divided into two part or two skills. The first one is the hard skills. It can be like the technical skills that support the employee to achieve their target, yeah, based on their fields. And the second one is the soft competency. And the two part of the hard skill and the soft skill is very important to the employees. And how about the developing competency? So, ladies and gentlemen, as we know that the word competency is firstly come from the education sectors, but the later on is well known in the management sectors. In how about the companies will manage the employees very well. The competency it consists of the knowledge, skills, and the talent in the modernization of educational strategy, and it's very important to be able to apply in the practice of the companies. And the concept of the competence is the application of the how the combination for the knowledge, skills, and competences in broad sense, and also include the how about the um, meaningful of the employees to get the jobs, yeah, to get the activities, and it can be good by the companies. Along with that, it also need the motivational. It also need the moral, social, and also support by the behavioral elements. So the concept of competence also how to encompass the operational and technical and also the cognitive elements. And the second one, when we talk about the employees, it also need the capabilities. And the capabilities is came from the experience that one component that can impact for the employee performance. Work experience is how long the someone has been employed and how the successfully they can perform for their duties or their job or their activity in the companies. And the process of the performing work that employees can perform by the criteria established by the companies in how about their employees' performance. So it's a very crucial when we talk about the work experience. And the next one, we also uh, have the concept from the kind of literature review that will be suitable or in line with how about the company must do. Because as educational units, we also consider how the academician, how they got the research, and we collect them into the literature review. And the part of literature review that we can give for this concept is the first one, how about the company strategy? We see in the author, it say about the ability of an organization to process the knowledge and how that also modify the behavior of the employee to best so to present the cognitive environment is known as organizational learning. So it talk about the company strategy. And the second one, it's also described in how we can explain in the competency. The organizational culture and the employee adaptation competency are positively correlated. So the companies with the have the good culture and also have a action oriented in order they can get the target, it can help employee to feel less stressed and deal with any change at work. So the employee also need the better competency when a very dynamical organization that have been faced by the companies. The third one, we talk about the developing competency. So the company have the responsibility how they can develop the competency for each employees. Like in the research state, the more proactive approach is required to increase the professional competence of resources extraction engineers. It's take from the engineering aspect, not only in terms of the working with the how we can also their competency, but the employees also have significant issues to developing their competency to help the company to achieve their target. The the next one, we talk about the employee capabilities. The, the company, they give investment to the people. They give the training, they give develop their skills to their employees, their process of the recruit the employees, and then the development program that promote to exposure the stakeholder arise the strategy basis on collaborative innovation. And the last one, the competency is must to be recognized. Recognition of the employees' competencies. The recognition of employee competencies is also to improve how the company make the recognition about their skill and also their identify to the how about the companies create a platform how the company can set the standard for the competency. It's also important by the companies. So this is the brief of our companies. PLN is the Indonesia state-owned enterprise that fully managed for the electricity services. And this is about our business process from power generation, distribution, and until the commercial to our customers. That we have around about 85 million of the customers that is spread of our Indonesian archipelago. And to be able to make these services become excellent, we also do how to manage the employees' competency. And this is our transformation program that declared in 2020. We have the vision to be electricity champion of Southeast Asia and number one for customer choice for energy solution. And to make the vision is can be achieved, we have the four aspiration. The first one is green, how PLN can be the leading for Indonesian energy transition through the rapid and efficient scale up of renewables. And the second one is for innovative aspect, how PLN can make the innovative business model and services to the customers. And the lean, we talk about how the mechanism, the efficiency, and the cost to the business process, and also to give the significant services to our customers. And the last one, we talk about the customer focus. So how we can PLN can delight customers through the world-class quality and services. And this one is our unit, yeah, the PLN Corporate University. The PLN Corporate University also have important role that one of operation unit of PT PLN Persero that provide the education and the trainings providers to improve the employee competency among with the scope of PLN groups, and its subsidiaries. And PLN Corporate University responsible for the learning, assessment, and certification in order to developing employees to become the competent, and at the end it can increase the company performance. Jadi this is the glimpse of our PLN Corporate University. PLN Corporate University plays a strategic role in order to support human talent development to ensure the readiness of human capital in PLN by scaling the knowledge, skills, and behavior through the learning solution. And also we integrate our learning resources to lead the best corporate performance achievement. And we also do have some of academy and the operational unit that spread along the Indonesia region, and it's to make sure that our employees of PLN Group can get how they can get a better knowledge of that. So we have around about 380 employees served, and for the certification itself, we for average for each year we have about 10,000 of certification. So the next slide about the PLN certification unit will be explained by my partner, Mbak Dwi Yuanita.
Thank you, Mas Budi. So as we continue to help PLN Corporate University to certificate all the people, PLN certification unit has duty to organize certification, which is divided in 3 sectors. Quality control and performance sector is responsible for ensuring the availability of PLN unit certification, strategic planning, long-term plans, and annual work plans, preparing annual reports, statistics, and reviewing quality guidelines. For certification, personnel and finance sector is responsible for the implementation of professional competency tests, surveillance, and certificate extension. And the other one is consulting management sector is responsible for ensuring that unit certification implements the quality management system in accordance with applicable guidelines. And certification competence maps in PLN unit certification divided into one is not yet accredited. It means that this certification is used for internal company activities carried out by PLN unit certification. And then the accreditation one who have a license by referring to the existing rules from Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources for electricity field, BNSP for all profession, and CAN for all conformity assessment bodies. Certification is carried out by the LSP-LSK institution owned by PLN unit certification, and also through the LSP-LSK institution outside PLN, which is submitted by PLN. What is certification benefit? As hard competency assessment mapping and expertise individual report, it got competitive advantage. What makes personal difference and unique? Better work opportunity, having a greater range work opportunity both while still an employee and retired, individual development for talents expertise development for more focused and precise, better career path, better career journey, for corporate branding, convince stakeholders and customers that products and services are made by competent and professional employee, acknowledgement of our capabilities, national and international, better salary and values, increasing talent values. For certification scam, this is certification scam owned by PLN unit certification, which is divided into 3. For DJK, specifically for the main business process. BNSP and CAN relating to supporting main business process and internal PLN specifically for process that only exist in PLN. For example, the field we had in DJK is for power generation, transmission, distribution, and commerce. BNSP and CAN for the field of commerce and customer service, procurement, human resource, safety and environment, risk management, education and training, information technology, and call management. And for internal PLN use for the field of research development, good quality, guarantee, testing, and total domestic component. We have total 325 number of assessor. Assessment competency with which assessment competency process with a certification process starting from application, submission, verification, and validation, appeal process up to recertification. And then distribution of employees certified in 2023, as we can see in the picture, there are 18,701 employees around Indonesia who had certified in PLN and PLN Group. And this is what realization of certification. This is the result of implementing the above certification in the last 4 years are shown in the following chart. There is a drastic increase in 2003 because in 2023, PLN implements a career management system according to the PLN transformation program. So there are a huge difference between 2022 and 2023. And next is for slide 15. How PLN unit certification develop the assessor competency will be explained further by Mr. Budi. Please, Mr. Budi. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anita. The next one we also consider that how we develop this competency assessment. We also do make the assessor development is also critical part. So the PLN certification unit is develop the competency assessors that owned by PLN. This is the implementation to ensure that the competency of assessor have the ability to manage the competency assessment activities and also to improve the quality of the competency assessment activities too. And this of assessor development activities are monitored periodically by PLN certification units and become the evaluation of the assessor's ongoing development. It's hoped that by these developments, employee competency development will become more appropriate and can support the achievement of the company's goals. The development of the assessor itself can be consist by the short course and then by do the knowledge sharing, upgrading the level of the assessor itself, and also we do have some forum of the assessors. And for the conclusion, we ensure that the company strive to achieve its target. In order to achieve this target, the employees are needed to have competence in their respective fields so that they can make a contribution to the company. So this is the challenge for the company in managing the competency of all its employees. In order to managing employee competency, it's necessary to identify the competency assessment tools, methods that related to the employee's competency. The second one is about the competency scheme that used to the process of implementing competency assessment, and also relating to the competency for the assessors and how to be carry out development effort for the competency of assessors. And the last one, we talk about the competency management effort are something related to the development of the employees in the companies. This aims to improve employees' competence so that they can carry out for their work better and better. Through the implementation of the certification process, it hopes that can be increase the capabilities and also acknowledge for the competency of the employees. Okay, I think this all for our presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Bapak Budi and Ibu Dwi Yuwanita. I hope everyone enjoyed this informative presentation. Now we will continue with question and answer session. Let's see. Okay, there's one question here. What challenges might organization face when implementing competency certification? Maybe you can share your thoughts, your insights on this.
Yeah, based on our experience, the most challenging is the dynamically of the business process of the organization. As we know, very dynamically of the organization. The company have the strategy, and we do believe that the strategy is maybe changed year by year, and to prepare how the company can achieve the target, the strategic programs, it needs the skills of the employees, and the skills of the employees, it can be proved by their competencies, and this is our challenge, because maybe in this year, PLN focused on the renewable energy, like example. And the next year, we maybe have more focus on how we can deliver to our customers in order to the renewable energy, like that example. So as the certification units, we do to prepare how about the competency, how we can prepare the schemes of competency, and how do we also prepare for the assessors, that person who expert who can make the analysis and make the judgment how about the competency of the people itself. And also the challenges, I think it's about the standardization. Yeah, like Mbak Nita say about her presentation, that we consider into the mainly business process that assessed, or the scheme is assessed by the Directorate of Electricity, and the other ones, the supporting, it also assessed by the our national accreditation standard, and it becomes our challenge to how it can be related, how we can be support for the company strategic programs.
Okay, thank you again, Bapak Budi, for answering the question and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have Bapak Budi and Ibu Dwi Yuwanita with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the end of our morning and afternoon session. I hope you have found the proceedings so far informative and useful. And that's not all. There are more to come. But before that, let's have our lunch break. And please be back at 3 p.m. today to resume our conference. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you.